everyone. I am very excited in creating this video, and the amount of hilarious moments I have already experienced in getting lighting and audio and everything set up. Hilarious moments experienced. So many. So I'm happy to be in this moment, sitting on my mat, actually now recording. Just giving myself this moment right now. Alright, so welcome to practice with Erin. That is me. And I know a lot of you know me. I know a lot of you are new for me. So I'm going to start right into what I choose to teach, and what my passion is teaching is yin yoga. Yin and unwinding of fascia. I love to play with bolsters, so I teach a lot of bolster unwinding in class and in practice. How we can stretch and unwind our connective tissue, anything bound or restricted. That's what we're going to be doing. And then anything I teach, your full body in the practice we're doing, each video, your whole being, all of you will receive everything. So it's not just for the hips and for the knees and for the shoulder. It's all of you. All of you will, your whole body, your energy, your mental being, your energetic being, your emotional being, your conscious being, your subconscious, all of these will greatly receive from everything we do in our practice. So for today, we're going to, I've posted a video about props and stuff before. This is a bolster. It's called a pranayama bolster, to be specific. The reason we use these is because if I hold this up here, you notice it goes all the way from the root all the way up through here. So when we lay back on these, it's full spine. When we bring them across our body, we relax across our back and such. And so I welcome you to, if you choose to, pause the video and go back and create your own props, or go get your bolsters and stuff, because we're going to be using this the whole time, most of the time. Nugsy likes to come make sure that we are practicing fully, right? Yes. She isn't here. Okay, so bolster. First, we're going to start with wide legs. Now, when you come into your wide legs, if you're sitting here like this, and you're doing this because you currently can't come forward, that's what a bolster is for. So you're going to sit on your bolster, very gracefully sit on the bolster. It uplifts you. You can also fold up towels, blankets, whatever is going to get you that much higher or even more. So once you sit on and you have your wide leg, do you have more of a natural forwardness? And if you're still like this, sit on more. Get more blankets, more towels. Sit on a bigger bolster. Be creative. Do what you're required to do for yourself. We're all being creative right now in life. So sit, elevate. The more elevated you are, the more of your forward ease will happen. So this is called support. So it's lift support, so that your forward's a little bit easier. When we're working in practice, remember, it's not about the struggle and efforting. In this specific practice, with the ones I teach, we're in a huge amount of letting, of allowing. So if there's any doing or struggle, we're going to reassess and say, what can I do for me to bring more ease into this situation, this pose situation? And then you'll just play with that. You are your greatest teacher. You are your greatest compass. It's already in you, so trust you. All right, so if you're on your bolster throne, go for it. If you're on the ground and you're comfortable, you've got some movement forward and back, nice and easy. You're going to play with both of those realms. So right here, you're going to go ahead and notice or remember where your belly button is. Put your finger on it, and you're going to lift up through your spine. This is the center of you. Okay, this is called solar plexus. This is called navel area. So you're going to lift up, feel expansion happening in this area of you. And then with this expansion, notice how I'm not telling you to really get royal with it. I'm like, no, just lift from the center of you, create space. Yeah, we're going to work with this space we're creating. So you're lifting and creating space, and now just bow into the space you've created. I'm not saying round your spine. I'm saying lift, create space in your stomach, your solar plexus, your center, and then come forward with that. And I welcome you to always remember and know that that's going to look different for every single body, every single person. Your lift and create space and fold forward is going to look different than someone else's. We're not here to carbon copy each other. We're here to live our truth, express our bodies, express ourselves in our beautiful, specific way. So when you're seeing me do stuff, you're going to do your own version. Okay, so you're lifting, folding. And I know this is a lot of talking getting into this first posture. It's okay. It's all expression. So once you're here, rock forward and back. Maybe your hands are on the ground. Maybe you've got spider fingers going on. Maybe your hands are flat and you've got some elbow action. Maybe you're on your legs and you're letting your body weight shift you forward and back. One of the greatest blessings we have is the weight of our body. You're going to use the body weight that is your own to shift you forward and back. So it's not a heaving, pulling. It's take all of this beautiful body weight and shift forward and back. And notice I'm not leaning back. You're just going forward and upright, and forward and upright. There's no efforting in this. You're moving with your body's natural weight as a blessing. It's going to help you. And forward and back. While you're doing this, remember, put your hands wherever you choose. While you're doing this, notice where you're starting to feel this, either activating, warming, maybe sensations going, oh, I'm getting a deeper sort of sore, achy sensation happening. Ladies and gentlemen, this is connective tissue. So connective tissue is a truth teller. Fascia is the boss. Connective tissue is the boss of your body. And our fascia holds memory. It remembers when we've experienced something in our bodies. Muscles have memory as well. Fascia is what keeps your muscles and your body structure in place, not your muscles. So your fascia tells your muscles what to do. It allows them to unwind or not. So your fascia is the greatest truth teller for your body. If we have something structurally going on in us, that's going to be fascia. It's holding our body in a certain way. That's what we're doing right now. I love fascia work and connective tissue work because when you're doing, like what we're doing right now, you're like, Erin, why are we doing this? Yeah, this is fun and different. Why are we still rocking? What's going on? There's a reason. This is going to start to bring you into your feeling world. It's going to bring you more into your sensations. It's going to start to calm down mental chatter and bring you more into your body. The rocking forward and backwards, that's also warming up connective tissue. It's warming up your flexibility, warming up a calmness. Yes, you can warm up calmness. So it's also taking everything you thought you knew into, okay, this is so weird and different. I'm going to give this a try. So that's why we're doing crazy weird stuff. Now, go ahead and speed up or go deeper, whichever one. Remember, your hands can be wherever. And if you're laughing at yourself right now, that's even more awesome. Who says we have to be serious all the time? I say hilarity is a healer. So, that's what I believe. Alright, so you've got all this rocking going on. We've been doing it for a bit now. Now you're going to come into stillness. Bring your hands up to where they support you. Either they're in front of you, spreading your fingers, just pushing down a little bit, or maybe your hands are down the legs, or maybe you're at the point of, all right, girl, what are we doing now? So if you're at that point, just be there. Okay, so once you're here, feel your legs. Feel behind your kneecaps. What's going on there? Notice maybe it's your inner thighs, maybe it's behind your knees. Notice where you're feeling some sensation like dancing. Notice what's going on. It's those subtle sensations that are our compass, and they're heaven for us. Okay, it's when we stop ignoring them is when we really get high genius. so you're feeling all these subtle sensations. And we're going to work with those and go even deeper for ourselves. So you're going to walk yourself forward, wherever that is for you. If you're super high, sitting on your throne, and your forward is, Erin, this is it, I'm right here right now. Maybe your forward is, there's a little bit of a shift in the upper body, and you're like, okay, that's it, girl. I got right here is where it is. Maybe you're all the way forward. Wherever you're at, fully commit with palms to wherever you can. If you require to throw some more towels down here and put a towel under each hand, blocks, bolsters, whatever, from here. So you're going to press down and through your left hand. Maybe you have finger pads, spider fingers, maybe finger pads. If you can flatten your palm, go for it. Spider walk your fingers forward as much as you can. Bend your right arm into you, bird wing. Now you're going to relax through your neck, soften through your stomach. Now you're going to hug in through your pelvic floor. So that's our lower muscles, energy. Hug in through pelvic floor. And then with your bird wing arm, you're going to reach forward, but relax your arm. And then with your arm relaxed, keep hugging in through your pelvic floor, lower muscles. Now hug in the front of your spine, the back of your spine, and the sides of your spine. So when I say hug in the front of your spine, you have belly button. Hug in behind your belly button. I call this corset of strength. If you're a man, it can still be a corset of strength. I know many men that have worn corsets in life. So, I also reference the armor y'all put in when y'all go do like sport things, shooting guns and stuff. Airsoft, that's what it's called. So you got those vest of strength for men, corset of strength for women, and your arm is relaxed forward. Hug in through the front of your spine, the back of your spine, and the sides of your spine. Feel that. Keep hugging in through your pelvic floor. For women, it's Kegels. For men, it's lower body, hugging in. And then reach, 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 reach with your already extended arm. You're going to look at your earth, and you're going to create space and lengthen through the crown of your head, softness in your neck. What supports your shoulder right now that's lifted is hugging in through your pelvic floor and your front spine, back spine, side spines. Corset of strength, hug in. Reach forward more through your arm. Keep looking at your earth. We're going to do shifts through breathing. We're going to breathe in and out through our nose like you're trying to blow out a birthday candle. So you're going to hear it's little puffs of air that come from your full body bellows of fire. It's going to redirect and move energy. So we'll take an inhale and in and out through nose only. Keep your mouth closed. And you're going to puff your arm. If an arm puffs, your arm's going to shift up and down. So little puffs with your arm as you breathe. Okay, breathe normal, in and out through your nose. Reach forward more with your arm. Keep reaching, keep breathing in and out, full breaths in and out through your nose. Use all of your lung capacity. All right, your right hand's going to come down. You're going to walk your hands up midway. You can gaze to your earth. Just breathe and just feel what you're feeling right now. A lot of times in my practice, I experience and feel a humming through my entire body. Sometimes I'll experience some shakiness as energy is moving in my body. Just whatever you're feeling in you, can you allow that to be in you? And just even if it's weird, just allow it and just feel. All right, I'm going to move to our other side. Before we do so, notice how your right arm feels and then how your left arm feels. Okay, so we're going to walk our hands forward again. Remember, it's to your fullest extension. We're not going for a gold medal here. We're just seeing where our body capability is currently in our moment of now and how we're moving. Going to take a left arm into a bird wing. Right hand's going to be earth. If you can commit to a flat palm, go for it. If you are on spider fingers, that's cool too, whichever one. Arm bird wing in. You're going to hug in through your pelvic floor. Your lower muscles, hug in. And notice I said hug in, I didn't say squeeze. I said hug in. And you're going to lift a little. Hug into the front of your spine, so behind your lower belly. Deep, deep internal core line. So hug into the deep front of your spine, back of your spine, and sides of your spine. Corset of strength, vest of strength. Hug in. Alright, so you're going to bring your left arm and reaching forward. Remember, gentle and relaxed first. Start with ease. Now keep extending through your left fingers. Hug in deep, deep pelvic floor. Front spine, back spine, side spines. Hug in, hug in. We're going to start with our breath again. Puffs of air in and out through your nose. It's your full realm of breathing, your bellowing of your fire, starting to create fire in your breath. It's going to tune energy and tune meridians, chakras, the whole thing. All right, we're going to start breathing. And remember the little puffs, little shifts up and down with your arm, little pulses, and start. out fully through your nose. Reach forward more through your left arm. All right, hand down. Walk your hands in. Hands there. I'm itching my unity section here on my face. Just breathe and feel. Very conscious of sensations in your body. This is your energy. Just breathe and feel. For me, I feel a harmonizing, energetic buzzing through my entire body, all of me. I feel how my energy is resonating into a higher vibration. I feel warmth in my chest. I feel between my shoulder blades on all across energy movement there. And that's cool that we experience that, because when we go to lay back on our bolster, we've already prepared our way and supported ourselves energetically with our breath, with being with ourselves, moving into these beautiful strengthened motions, and we're preparing the way to lay back on our bolster and continue unwinding in other areas. So every thing we do is the bridge for the next thing and bridge for the next thing. And so we're going to go ahead and bring our legs in. If you require being a little bit more gentle with yourself, just bring one leg in and then the next. If you're super tender behind your knees or inner thighs at this point, it's okay. Remember, connective tissue is very honest and very truthful. So if you're like, oh, whoa, that's normal. It's normal to get a little raw feeling. When you're doing this work, it's very deep and it's deep sensation and you're in it for a bit. Okay, so if you're still tender, it's okay. Move with it. We're going to come to lie on our bolster, or if you have your blankets that you've rolled up, you can roll up blankets. The bolster, the first thing we're going to come back is onto our elbows. Now, when we're coming here, notice I'm going to support myself first, preparing for the position. When we start to lay back, the bolster's going to be right underneath your sternum. So it's going to support our rib cage of our upper body. Here's your bolster. Notice that my arms can come all the way down and my shoulders aren't up in my throat like this. We've got some expansion, some space happening here. If you're here and you feel like this, that means either move your arms out to a T position or slide your bolster down a little bit. Maybe your bolster's too high. If you feel that your shoulders are up in your ears. So allow your shoulders and the heads of your shoulders to really expand and relax back. You can always shake your bolster around. I call this wallowing on the bolster. It's okay to wallow on the bolster. Really rut yourself in there. Find the sweet spot. If you're laying here and you're already oohing and awing with sensation, it's okay. Remember, we're going to go where sensation is and just be very calm and gentle with yourself. So you're going to have initial, I call it a jolting or a holding when you lay back in something like this. When you first lay back and you're like, whoa, your body goes into it. Oh gosh, okay. Breathe, 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 breathe. Bring your arms out. I tell a lot of people they can do a little helpful hand is you can bring your hands behind your head and maybe you do a little like crunch up, yeah. This helps, it does help. It's called buffering the sensation. You're going to get a little bit of a ab workout when you do that. but you're holding your head. And if it's super high sensation right now because of laying back is so much, just move up and down a few times, working with your range of motion. It's also going to bring some more heat in through your spine. If you're in complete agony, then I welcome you to bring whatever support is underneath you a little bit lower. So make it less of a support, not as big. Okay? If you're feeling a lot of, wow, this is a lot of sensation, just lower the support. Take a blanket off, or if you have a bolster, put the bolster to the side and maybe roll up a towel or blanket, stick it under you instead. Alright, so we're just going to lay back here, supported with our bolster. Arms are going to be out. If you're super comfortable here, you're welcome to bend your elbows. Remember what I said earlier about we're not going to be carbon copies of what the shape of someone else is in a posture. If you're here, you're not trying to copy what I'm doing. You're going to discover your own variation of what's happening. So arms are out, that's more of a relaxed setting. Bent elbows is a deeper. Remember, we're not going for gold medals here. We're going to see what is allowable in our body in our moment of now. So if the bent elbows is too much, just bring your arms out. So really do your best to allow your body to relax onto your bolster. If there's any fight happening, any sort of seemingly battle that you're feeling within you, can you let go and see what that's about? Can you relax through your spine and your lower back? Maybe there's a little wiggle in there. Wiggles are good for our nervous system. Helps support relaxation, helps support unwinding. And then after a little bit of wiggle time, maybe just relax and more stillness. Notice your breathing. You're going to have your full breath happening. So you're going to breathe all the way in. Your belly's going to rise. Your chest is going to rise. And then when you relax, you'll feel a deeper heaviness happening as you continue to let go. Okay, we're going to go in a little bit deeper, so bend your knees. When you bend your knees, bring your feet as wide as your mat. Sway your knees side to side. If you have, this is going to be a common statement that I'm going to keep saying, if you have a lot of sensation happening, breathe. Breathe. And if your breathing is, let it. You've got some sounds coming out of your mouth that are colorful words. It's okay, say them. And just breathe and let your knees sway. It doesn't feel so good. It's okay. Alright, so this little bit of movement here is going to, remember I called it, we have a bridge to another thing and a bridge to another thing. That movement was our bridge. So your feet can really hear what I'm saying. I welcome you to hear what I'm saying. Your feet are as wide as your mat. Your knees are bent. You're going to take your left knee and let your left knee fall out to the side. Let your right knee fall in. So the wideness of your feet stay wide. Breathe all the way in here, all the way in. And all the way out. And we're breathing in, we're inspiring. Inspiration. And when we're breathing out, that's our expression. If you have a lot of sensation going on, you can ask yourself, where is the sensation taking me? Can I be okay feeling so deeply right now? Just breathe. And we're going to start to shift. Your right knee is going to come back up to neutral. We're just going to shift this to our other side. So your left knee is going to come back to neutral. Notice your feet. Your feet are as wide as your mat. You're going to let your right knee fall to the right side. Your left knee is going to fall in. Breathe really well here, fully, all the way in and all the way out. If you're feeling a lot of sensation, that means breathe. You're really making a lot of sound with your breath. It's okay. It's okay to sound weird when you're in practice. I remember many times being in deep stretch, deep unwind, and I remember cussing, I remember laughing, breathing, and just my commentary was so colorful and awesome. And it's okay. It's the tools I used at that time of my life. Breathe. Allow yourself to feel. Is it pain or is it light that you're feeling? Are you feeling energy blockage starting to clear and unwind? Are you feeling yourself return to you where you may have left you? These are the questions that we ask ourselves in these very high sensation moments. Breathe. Relax. If you're bracing or holding, soften. It takes a lot of bravery and courage to really be in our sensation. So that's where our truth is. And it's okay to feel so deeply, even if it hurts. few more breaths here. Remember, you're doing this for you. Alright, we're going to bring our knees back center. And then you're going to sway your knees. Again, if you require to breathe more. If you are saying a colorful expression word, say it. It's when we hold the, I like to call it the shit, when we hold our shit in and we pretend it's not there, that's when we have dis-ease, that's when we have chaos, disharmony. So just allow your truth to be. Moving your knees side to side, and you're going to roll all the way over to your right side. Once you're here on your right side, you may still be on your bolster or props. You're welcome to stay on them, or you can slide them out from under you. And then just lay here. Remember to keep feeling all the sensations that you're feeling, all the subtle sensations that you're feeling in your body. Alright, we're going to go ahead and press up to hands and knees. If you require being a little bit slower when you do this, go for it. Remember, honor your own speed, your own way that you move in and out of a posture. You give yourself as much time as you require. Alright, hands and knees here. If you're feeling some tenderness in your knees already, put a blanket or a not a bolster. Put a blanket or a very low, so if you're putting a blanket under your knees, you want your blanket as flat as you can get it, just for a little added support. We're not going for this right now. It's just a little bit of support for your knee or knees if you're feeling some sensitivity there. So you're going to spread your fingers. Your hands are going to be shoulder width apart. Your knees are going to be hip distance. You're going to sway side to side. What you're doing here is you're rolling across the fronts of your knees. This is amazing for our synovial fluid, all the fluid around our joints, especially in our knees. Our body weight is very honoring of the strength of our bones, of fluids in our body. So when we use our own body weight as a supportive tool, it's glorious. So as you're rocking side to side and you're rolling across the fronts of your knees here, you're not only massaging, but you're also massaging connective tissue. You're helping synovial fluid. You're helping and support thriving of your knees. And we all know that knees are very valuable. So you're going to spread your fingers here. Look at the expansion between each knuckle. You should have a lot of space happening there. If not, kind of play around with that. See how much space you can get between each finger. When you expand your hands like so, it's not just about how far you can get your fingers apart. When you expand your fingers like this, it's also how you're choosing and claiming how you expand in your own life. How expanded are you in you? How expanded are you in your world? So that's a truth teller. So if we have hands that are like stuck together, and it's our subconscious is saying, are you drawn into yourself, or are you here to be light and love? So really spread your fingers. Claim your your thriving space of expansion. Claim how big you are energetically, and how amazing your energy field can expand too. That's what that's about. All right, so we're going to go ahead and tuck our toes. Dig them in, dig them in, dig them in. Set your hips back. This is great for the soles of our feet as well as for our own soul. That's a ridiculous pun. It's only sometimes funny. All right, so shift your hips back. You can bounce a little bit. If you're getting a lot of action in one toe more than the other, that's okay. That means that you require it there. Breathe. If you're feeling a lot of sensation, breathe. Really full breaths, really slow, all the way in and all the way out. Okay, so we're going to relax through our feet now and sit our hips back. Keep breathing. All right, come back to all fours. Tuck your toes again. We're going to move into our downward dog. We're using this downward dog as a complete stretch for our body. Now, with your toes tucked, you're now going to shift back to hands and knees. We're going to use the same internal hugging in that we did in the beginning of practice. You're going to hug in through your pelvic floor. You're going to hug in through the front of your spine, the back of your spine, and the sides of your spine. Hug in. Corset of strength. Hug in. Deep inhale. Keep hugging in. On your exhale, keep hugging in, and float your knees into your first down dog. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Sway your hips side to side. Relax your neck. If you can sink down through your heels a little bit more, go for it. Remember, don't force. Just allow and see what's happening there. If your shoulders are shifting forward, away from your thighs, what you're going to do is take your heart space and shift it back towards your thighs. If your hamstrings are super tight, you will have a little bit of a bending in your knees. So bend your knees a little. And then maybe play with one sinking down of heel. And then bend that knee and take the other one. And sink down through that heel. Playing around here. Okay, we're going to bring our feet back to hip distance and our knees come down slowly. Relax your feet and start to bring yourself to sit back. If this is a little challenging for you, you can take a towel, a bolster, a block, 3 towels, 5 towels, whatever. Stick them behind you. You sit back on that. And you can create as much of a lift as you require. When we are sitting, let me go ahead and do the fullness of it. Anyway, when you're sitting up like so, your body weight is the weight of your body is supporting, here we go, supporting your joints at this point. So this is really thriving for your ankles. Oh my gosh. My son plays a lot of soccer and sports, and he gets super tight in his shins and his ankles and stuff. And if you're looking for ankle support and flexibility, this is it. If you walk a lot and run a lot, this is heaven. If you do a lot of sports and you're always tight in the fronts of your legs and the tops of your feet, if your toes curl up, this is it. So just sitting here and allowing your body weight to be this very therapeutic pressuring is awesome. So you're getting weight on your ankle joints. Your knees are thriving from this right now. You're getting connective tissue harmony right now. And then you're also weighting down on your shins and all the muscles that go up and down your shin. Your body weight right now is heaven in resurrecting and flexibility and unwinding all of these very powerful muscles that we have. So when you're here, and if it's super, super tender for you, go side to side. Or maybe you've come out of it for a little bit, and then you just go back in. I call that fluffing the posture. And it's good to fluff when we require it. Remember, we're going to do what is harmony for ourselves. And if it's a lot to sit like this, and then you just come out of it for a little bit and go back in, this movement side to side will start to warm up even more around the fronts of your ankles and your shins. I get a little sensation with this. I do feel warmth happening because this is how I healed my ankles and my knees, is just by my body weight and working with my connective tissue. So if you do require to come out of it, come out of it forward, maybe move around a little bit, and then go back in after a breath or two, back into your seat, and just moving around. And this is just so good for our ankles and the fronts of our feet and our shins. Alrighty, now we're just going to go ahead and have a seat down. Have a seat down. Sit down. Yes, I am from Texas. Now from our seat down, come back into your wide leg if you choose to. You're not required to. And then that was our bridge. You don't have to do it though. Into a bent knee. Okay, so you can still use the same support here. Remember in our wide leg we used a bolster or some towels, blankets. If you're sitting like this and you're leaning back like this, get back on your throne, build your support. The higher you are, the easier it is on the stretch of your hips. So go ahead and adjust that for yourself. You can have one heel into the front of the midline of your body and then the next heel, or maybe you're just chill zone and whatever. I'm just going to stick my legs here. You can have that too. Remember, we're going to go with ease first. We're not going to force a certain posture or pretzel move. We're just going to be with what is harmonious for our body right now. We're going to be with that. And if none of this is harmonious right now, it's okay. Just pick something to work with first, and you move around in whatever you've picked with. Okay, and breathe, breathe, breathe. I used to call it terribly awesome. This is terribly awesome. And everything hurt. So pick something, choose, and then just be in that. And then you'll choose the next one and be in that, and choose the next one and be in that. And you're always going to shift. Things are going to change in your body for you. So you just move forward and back with your bent knees here. Alright, so we're going to take our forearms and relax them on the insides of our legs. Notice how your shoulders really relax here. Get real slumpy, real slouchy, get real lazy. Let everything just lay here. So we're doing the exact opposite of pristine and royal. We're going to get like lazy and slumpy. Let your body weight weigh you down and just settle and root into this right now. Soft and easy. What this is actually doing is allowing everything deep within you to go into even and stay even, to stay in even more calm and ease. It's okay to get slouchy and slumpy in practice. That's called relaxed. It's called comfort. We're not going to do it all the time, but we're going to use it as a tool rather than make it bad or wrong. We're going to let slouchy and slumpy be a tool for us. slouchy, slumpy, just relax. Go ahead and let your head bow all the way forward. So as your head starts to rise, we are in our slouchy slumpy. We're going to shift that into our expanded lengthening. So you're going to hug in through your pelvic floor, lower muscles. Hug in. Remember, don't squeeze. Just hug in. And then you're going to lift. Here. You're going to lift a bit as you hug in your lower muscles. Hug in deep behind your lower belly. Back spine, front spine, side spines. Hug in, corset of strength, vest of strength. And then you're going to lift with all of you. Lift. Relax through your knees and your hips and lift. Feel length up through the crown of your head, which will extend up through your neck. Soften through your shoulders. Now with all that lift that you just gave yourself, relax into that lift. So take any effort out of it at all and just see that actually your spine will stay in that lift energetically on its own. It's beautiful. Your spine will already stay uplifted once you've directed your energy to do so. So when you soften through your stomach and your core, that lift will remain. So bring your hands in front of you, and as your hands touch, this is you being with you. You're feeling your own self. And when we feel our own self, it's what we're here to do. We're here to be ourselves, feel ourselves, live our truth, do what thrives us and inspires us. We're here to refeel and refuel and express. We're here to do us first, and then our world receives. So, hands, this is you feeling you. We are one. So when we feel ourselves and do for ourselves, it means our world already receives. Our world already gets it. And so it is definitely an awareness of, I do this for me and my world is already raised and lifted. So we're going to start with ourselves first. It's all up to us to start with us first, and then our world aligns. And especially in practice, we're doing this for ourselves so that we can help support others, so that we can help be with others. We feel us up first so that we can give. And it's the beauty of it. So with your hands together, you're feeling you. Still softening through your shoulders, still feeling that lift in your spine that's natural. And just breathing. Take your gaze to the tips of your middle fingers. And just breathe and feel. Feel the way your breath moves. Feel the way you feel breathing. In honor of always doing what lights you up. In honor of us always giving to ourselves fully. In honor of us always expressing and speaking our truth. In honor of always honoring thriving. In honor of being well and secure, and in our full trust. One Om and one Shanti. Exhaling everything out for Om. Breathing in for Om. My sacred, empowered, badass, thriving light within me honors your sacred, empowered, radiant light within you. Namaste. Thank you all for choosing to practice with me today. This is one of many videos I will be creating. And if anyone chooses to donate, I'll include a PayPal link and Venmo links for donations for anyone choosing to donate to my videos. And remember, I love you. I love you, I love you. All of you. And I'll see you on the next video.